in regards to Mamdani and Eric Adams. So it's a very interesting story what happened here. On Wednesday, we read a poll that showed that if Curtis Sliwa, if Eric Adams, and if those two stepped out the race, Cuomo, Andrew, would be beating Mamdani. And I was the poll, and I said, well, if that's going to be the case, someone's got to give Mayor Adams a job, and someone's got to give Sliwa a job at the White House. President Trump needs to make that phone call, and guess what happened? That's the story that apparently now is circulating. Eric Adams and White House in talks. We literally said this 2 days ago. In talks over Trump administration job as pressure mounts for New York City mayoral candidates to sink Zoran Mandani. Okay? Let me read this, and then I'm going to come to this Mamdani, because now Mamdani is saying that, why don't you come and debate me? Mamdani he knows this game very well. You got to give him credit. He knows how to do a spin job and make it all about him, and that's what he's supposed to be doing. Top White House officials are in talks with a potential job for Eric Adams, including a possible ambassadorship, nothing related to Turkey, as Tom said earlier, as pressure mounts for mayoral candidates to drop out in candidate support for around former Governor Andrew Cuomo to challenge Democratic Zoran Mandani. A source close to Trump administration said, I think Adams will be able to craft a position and a portfolio that's to his liking, while another source to the White House said, I've heard Adams' team wants it. And although Mayor Adams has been the most pro-housing mayor in New York City history, at no time did he ask for it, nor was he offered a job at HUD. So, hence, that's kind of one of the things that's coming up. Rob, play this clip with Mamdani.
I think it's outrageous. And I think oftentimes in a race such as this, it's tempting to think of this solely in the question of how does this impact the race? But this is an affront to our city's democracy. This is an affront to the values that make so many of us proud to be Americans, that we could choose our own leaders, not that our leaders pick themselves or their friends. And we're seeing in this time when Donald Trump has taken snap from hungry New Yorkers, has passed legislation that would throw millions of New Yorkers off their health insurance, that we have Democrats in Andrew Cuomo and Eric Adams working with this administration to try and subvert the will of Democratic primary voters right here in New York City.
Okay, so that's Mamdani. Eric Adams denies that there was anything there. He's saying, what happened, Tom? He's saying there's anything
I'm
there.
waiting for you.
What's this one, Rob? This is
CNN reporting. I can't find a clip of Eric Adams actually denying the rumors, but CNN reports that he has denied the rumors.
That he has denied the report. Okay, so we don't need to play the clip. I thought it was Adams. That's fine. So we know he's denied it. Tom, what do you think's going on here?
Well, first of all, also, this just in, independent candidate, 3% of the polling. One poll had him at 4%. Jim Walden has dropped out, so now he's out, and we're working on Eric Adams. I love to carefully look at words that people say. I have not been offered a job in the White House. And then I looked around, and there was two little leaks, and you don't know how credibility that he's actually being offered a job at HUD.
Weird.
Well, if he's offered a job at HUD,
It's not the White House.
It's not the White House.
Very smart.
I'm not being offered a job in the White House, I'm being job on the HUD. But guess what? Where there's smoke, there's fire. I believe Eric Adams is in talks. And by the way, if you look at his background with police and union and understanding the plight of the inner city and the things that he responded to with domestic violence and everything that he did with the police, I actually think he would be good at HUD with that kind of experience, with the kind of things that HUD tries to do to help downtown cities. Mm-hmm. So I actually think Eric Adams, it wouldn't be like one of these, remember when college kids would get a job watering the grass for like $300 a week because he's on the football team.
Of course.
And then you find out that the sprinklers are on a timer.
Yeah.
And he's
just giving him cash.
He gets $300 a week. No, I don't think it's something like that at all. I think Eric Adams is negotiating. I think you were dead on, Pat. You were correct in what you said, and now we're seeing it in print. I think he's going to be at HUD. I think that's very possible. I think that would actually be a good job for him. And Walden is out, which means that right now that's probably another 10 full points. You go back to Cuomo. So I think Cuomo is probably at 40.0 right now with this if he steps back. Now, Curtis Sliwa is the Sliwa or Sliwa? From Guardian Angels. That's going to be the tough one. I think that's going to be the Ross Perot guy in the middle here. That's what I think.
Well, let me ask you a question. Do you guys think, with all this, with Eric Adams leaving, Walden leaving, Do you think New Yorkers are going to rally around Cuomo? And is that push going to be hard enough? Are they going to forget all the stuff he did while he was governor, especially during COVID with all the nursing home deaths that is looming over him? And the controversy with the women and all that.
As they say, that's his bloody albatross. That's the old thing.
You think that's going to get in the way? I don't think it is.
You don't like.
Let me tell you how politics work, Vinny. It's such a
Crazy.
it's not to the average person. It won't make sense because you could have something right now that's like you realize the governor of California hooked up with his best friend's wife, campaign manager.
Yeah, and he's
the governor of California.
Yeah.
You realize the governor of California got $24 billion to clean up homelessness, and it increased by 36,000.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
So to me, politics is very weird.
Yeah.
And these guys, they know you have to learn how to be Teflon. You're going to be in the tornado for the next 2-3 weeks. They're going to attack you nonstop. It's going to go away. And then you're going to come back. Americans move on. There's going to be a new story cycle and da-da-da-da. That's what happens.
So do you think, that being said, I agree. Do you think with Mamdani's rise right now, because he's climbing,
Yeah.
do you think them leaving and Cuomo coming in, it'll be a close race?
Yeah, it's going to be a close race.
I think that's what we need.
I think it's going to be a very close race with the involvement of one person.
DJT.
That's it.
Yep.
With that, Adam.
I don't know. I'm actually with Mamdani on this. I think this stinks to high heaven. You know, Trump made a famous line, it's a rigged system, it's a rigged system, it's a rigged system. This seems like a rigged system because in a democracy, you don't want to avert the will of the people. You know, democracy, sometimes the politicians want to protect the people from the decisions that the people make. Sometimes you got to let the people make some damn bad decisions. And that's what needs to happen in New York City. So, you know, people in 2011, they were doing the Occupy Wall Street movement because they were pissed as hell as the big bank bailouts. And they had every right to think that way. Chamath, the famous from the All In podcast, you know, when they bailed out the airlines, he said, let them fail. If you're making bad decisions and you're doing stock buybacks and you're not prepared for a black swan event or anything like that, then you should fail. New York City is a failing city, and you're going to try to avert the will of the people who want this socialist, communist, Islamist. Let them have who they want. Let the boy watch, as they say. So a democracy is only as strong as the wisdom of the people. And if the wisdom of the people in New York City want Mamdani, give them Mamdani. Stop trying to basically have Trump come in, Eric Adams, Cuomo. That seems like a rigged system. Now, I'm no Mamdani fan, but I'm a fan of democracy.
But let me ask you a question, Adam. This America isn't just some company like Boeing or whatever like that. You're talking about, and I know where you stand on this. Are you like, he's not interfering, he's helping. Do you think him getting involved isn't trying to help from a quote unquote or alleged communist, terrorist, sympathizer, whatever the hell the media is calling him? Are you willing to go, hey, let them learn? And then he comes in, and then in Dearborn, you have freaking Arabic writing on freaking, and then it starts spreading, and then we get to a point where you're like, wait a minute, we shouldn't have let that one guy get in New York, because if it starts there, it's going to keep spreading.
Let me tell you, buddy, there's a lot that you said that I agree with. And these
So where are you at,
these
though?
are going to be conversations, Vinny, that we're going to be having every year for the next couple decades. Of do we want people who don't stand for typical American values running our government?
I don't.
And we're going to see them. You think Mamdani's the last?
Oh no,
Islamic
hell no.
communist
Look at
to come in?
Minneapolis and all
Let me
the.
tell you,
get
though,
ready for more.
There's a part of what Adam is saying is an actual good point, but
That's shocking.
Rob laughing.
but the part you got to be thinking about,
You probably misspoke.
but the part you have to think about is this is politics. They're going to call for the favors. Very simple.
Oh, no doubt.
And they're going to do it on the left. They're going to do it on the right. They're going to do it everywhere. What do you think is going on? Right, California is going to be 48-4 on House of Representatives for the state. Out of 52 House of Representatives in the state of California by November 4th, if this gerrymandering new structure goes down, 48 is going to be on the left. What kind of control you think they're going to have? You know, same with Texas. What they did there, Crockett about to be fired by November 4th. So this is the political game, but there's a guy, every once in a while, somebody's endorsement carries weight, okay? For a long time, it used to be Obama. Obama no longer carries weight.
Oh, no.
His voice no longer carries the weight it used to carry at all, and it's not even close. Trump's voice has just gotten bigger and bigger and bigger. Everybody wants his endorsement. He gets involved left, right, and center. Things get done. People move. And I think there's one guy that can do this for New York, and he's got a heart for New York. Family, parents, dad, all of that stuff. You don't have to agree with it, but that's probably what's going to end up happening.
I listen, I'm on the Trump team. I'm on the Trump train. I don't think Trump carries that much weight in New York City at this point. New York City, I get that they leaned towards Trump this time. He didn't win New York. He didn't win the state. I don't think that he's helping the cause here, because anyone who's Republican or independent is already voting against Mamdani. You need to convince people in the Democratic Party to stop voting against their own interests and not vote for Mamdani. None of those people are Trump guys. So from a macro perspective, from a federal perspective,
New York
presidential
City
perspective,
cares. I think New York City is different.
I think New York City hates Trump.
Yeah. I think New York City, there are people that hate Trump, but a lot less than what it was 10 years ago.
Yeah, because they're waking up. But
Yeah.
we're
So
still seeing the reverberations of how
he's-
woke New York City is now.
He's optimistic on what he can do, and I think it's more than you think, but I also understand what your point you're making, the fact that, let him fail. Let the too big to fail happen, right?
Here's my prediction. I'll give it to you in 10 seconds or less. Mamdani gets elected. City turns to crap. They find in 5 years, their next mayor, Rudy Giuliani, and they clean up that city because it needs to go into the depths of hell.
Late. I think it'll be too late because I think
That's what they said in the 90s, though.
No, I think it'll be too late because people when Democratic Socialists took over Detroit, what happened? It's too late. If that happens and the billionaires leave, they're not coming back. Once the billionaires leave, King Griffin's not going back to Chicago.
Rest in peace, New York City.
That's what I'm saying.
Wow.
If this happens, it's going to be
What a shame.
It's going to be catastrophic, and they'll feel it. Folks, go get these because these products, I wore them. It feels anybody that sees it up front, they can't believe what it's like, what it looks like.
May I, sir?
And can I say one thing
May
too?
I?
Go ahead,
Pat,
Bobby, go ahead.
I wash and dry. I'm dead serious. I wash and dry. Nothing comes off. Nothing
Yeah.
because the majority of these do mess
It's amazing.
Take
it's
it off,
magic. It's
Vinny.
magical.
And-
And for those of you in California, the ink is flame retardant.
Go-
Wildfire season.
Go to vtmerch.com. Get your future looks bright. By the way, Rob, can you go to the new polo? Can you go to the polo shirts that we got? Guys, I saw a polo shirt that just came in. Eric Caballero was wearing it. First of all, I could not believe how ridiculous these polos were. Can you just go to search and type in? Okay, go a little bit lower, see maybe if it's there. Go a little bit lower, 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 lower. Oh, you're about to get to. Keep going lower. That one right there to the
Oh,
right.
snap.
Oh, my God.
Oh yeah, and he's
Zoom
jacked.
in. By the way, zoom in. Go back a little bit, Rob, to zoom in. The buttons are Valuetainment
Okay.
logo buttons.
I got it.
And the material is I should have shown you the picture of Eric Caballero wearing that
And he's
shirt.
jacked.
Put the link to that as well. The material of these polos are awesome. For some of you guys that are going to work, it's hot. You want to wear something nice. These are high-end quality polo shirts that just came in as well. Rob, if you want to put it on VT merch. Again, this is to all the people that we see. The other day, one of my guys goes to, he's wearing a PBD podcast shirt, and he goes out to a game. He says, Pat, if I tell you 50 people stop to come and talk to me, we watch it as well, we watch it as well, we watch it as well. To all the crazies out there that support what we're doing, we love you, we appreciate you, and we cannot wait to run into you somewhere here soon. Who knows where that's going to be. If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.